our class arrived home from a 5-week trip to Poland and Israel. For the 18 lifers in our grade, it was the culmination of 13 years of studying about and practicing Jewish faith, tradition, and culture. For all of us, however, it reaffirmed our collective decision to stay at the San Diego Jewish Academy for high school. 1 month ago, as our class pulled into the gates of Majdanek, a death camp located outside the town of Lublin, Poland, we saw it. As we toured around the town of Tigoship, a small shtetl located in the green-filled Polish countryside, which had been completely decimated by Nazi barbarians in the Second World War, we felt that. And as our class walked together on the train tracks of Auschwitz-Birkenau, all the way to gas chamber and crematorium 3, singing Hatikva, the Israeli national anthem, which means hope, we understood. It was at Birkenau that our teacher Ruben shared with us a letter that his wife had written before he met us in Poland. It contained the answer to the question I had been asking myself beginning 13 years ago when I first started kindergarten in the rented space that we called home, located at Congregation Bethel in Puebla. It made clear to me why my parents sent me and my sisters to a school that teaches us the Jewish values, culture, and traditions that have been passed down from generation to generation. Contained in the letter were pieces of advice. Pieces of advice that suggested that the only way we, the Jewish people, can ever claim victory over our oppressors who wish to destroy our culture, religion, and dignity inside the death camps is by establishing life camps. It dawned on me then and there that this is why our parents send us to the Jewish Academy. And this is why our classmates have spilled their heart and soul into our second home. I speak of the SDJA as a second home because that is exactly how we serve my classmates and me. That's what makes this place so special to those who have attended. Throughout the course of this evolution, the SDJA has transcended the typical notion of a school. For me, its grounds and inhabitants have gone above and beyond. In fact, that is the perfect way to describe my experience at the SDJA. We're fortunate enough to be standing here today with a small amount of success in our hands and the excitement to attend college next year, not as a symbol of accomplishment, but rather as a logical next step. It's the faculty of the SDJA that has helped provide the foundation from which we now lead to the next stage of our lives. In many ways, it was the camaraderie of this class and the intellectual stimulation provided by the faculty, which enhanced the entire experience that is SDJA. If you walked on campus over the past 4 years, you would have seen it. If you came into our classrooms and watched us in action on the sports fields, you would have felt it. Moreover, if you walked around during lunch and spoke with a member of the class of 2008, you would have understood. You would have seen, felt, and understood what makes this school so special and what makes its inhabitants so inspirational. That's what almost was. Never again will we hop from lunch table to lunch table as we have an intense political conversation at one moment, while seconds later we serenade the entire school as music blares from the ASB room. Never again will my classmates and I jump out of our seats as we scream with joy during our AP Art History exam when Oppenheimer's object popped up on the screen as a response question. Nor will my classmates and I ever again run around the dorm rooms at 3 o'clock in the morning at Alexander Bus High School in Israel with the sole intention of burning some late-night calories on the last night of our trip. At the same time, however, never again will the atrocities of our Jewish past be dispassionately held at bay. For we attended this school not only to achieve our own personal goals, but also in memory of the millions of Jews who did not have the same opportunities as we did to see, feel, and understand what it means to live a Jewish life. I now know that it is for that reason that my parents allowed me 13 years ago to become a part of this vibrant community. It's for that reason that in 8th grade, our classmates collected the decision to not only stay here for high school, but to put everything we had to offer into making it a better place than when we found it 4 years ago. And it is for that reason that when all is said and done today, when each student has a diploma in hand, when we say our last goodbyes, and when we leave those gates for the last time as students, we will be leaving with a sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that through our foresight, dedication, commitment, and leadership, we, the class of 2008, have helped establish our very own light camp that is the San Diego Jewish Academy. Thank you.